After 1947, an independent India was beginning to rebuild itself. During this time, a young and dynamic researcher, Dr. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai, son of a wealthy industrialist, returned to India from Cambridge and laid the blueprint of the Indian space program, which was different and focused mainly on the use of space technology for the benefit of the common man. The Indian space journey, in a true sense, is said to have begun on 21st November 1963, when the first sounding rocket, Nike Apache, was launched from Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station, TERLS, in the southern Indian state of Kerala. The dream project of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Satellite Instructional Television Experiment, SITE, was launched in August 1975 and continued for 1 year. In this, television in India entered the life of the rural population of 2,400 villages spanning 6 states. Experimental remote sensing satellites Rohini 2 and Bhaskara 2, launched in 1981, were the early steps taken towards a full-fledged Earth observation program. The IRS program started with the launch of IRS-1A in 1988. This was followed by IRS and ResourceSat series for several applications covering agriculture, water resources, urban development, mineral prospecting, environment, forestry, drought and flood forecasting, etc. The first 4 of INSAT series communication satellites were built by Ford Aerospace of USA. Subsequently, ISRO developed the capability of building communication satellites, and in 1992, the first indigenously built communication satellite, INSAT-2A, was launched. This was followed by 4 other communication satellites. Using the communication satellites, the 2 flagship societal applications of teleeducation and telemedicine were started by ISRO to bridge the societal digital divide in education and health sectors. Many other applications and needs are today supported through the communication satellites. Direct-to-home TV is most visible. Through this, TV has truly entered the home of a common man. These satellites today support a variety of other applications like telecommunication, banking, search and rescue, disaster management, etc. Today, India has the largest domestic fleet of advanced communication satellites, which also includes the latest and modern high-throughput spot beam satellites like GSAT-11, GSAT-19 and GSAT-29. Launch of South Asia satellite GSAT-9 in 2017 was an example of India's efforts for supporting and strengthening cooperation among India and the neighboring countries in the South Asian region for communication services and applications. From very early days, while work was going on for satellite development, progress was also vigorously made to develop launch vehicle technology. A major milestone was achieved in 1980 with the first successful flight of indigenous launch vehicle SLV-3, having a capability to place 40 kilograms payload into the low Earth orbit. Vikram A. Sarabhai Vikas liquid fuel engine was successfully developed by ISRO in 1988, which paved the way for realization of the workhorse, ever-reliable launch vehicle, the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV in 1994. Over the years, PSLV has also undergone many technological upgradations. It has proven its capability for launching multiple satellites in a single mission. Its capability of engine restart of the upper stage has further enabled it to launch satellites in different orbits in the same mission. In XL version, PSLV can launch a payload mass of 1.75 tons to low Earth orbit. It was instrumental in launching landmark missions like Chandrayaan-1, the Mars Orbiter mission, and was the first to create a world record of launching 104 satellites in one mission. Along with PSLV, ISRO today also has two more operational launch vehicles, GSLV Mark II with 2 ton and GSLV Mark III with capability of launching 4 tons class of satellites to geostationary transfer orbit. International cooperation has been the hallmark of the Indian space program. India and United States have traditionally been very close partners in space cooperation. Provision of the ATS satellite by NASA for the SITE experiment in 1975, cooperation in India's first lunar mission Chandrayaan-1, and the ongoing project NASA-ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Satellite called NISR are prominent examples of this cooperation. With a large number of stellar achievements, ISRO's homegrown space program has truly touched the lives of the common man and continues to immensely contribute to development of man and society at large.